Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tower Casuals, the Destiny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Deerigan. Alongside me this week, not Josh Finney, but we have two special guests. They've been here before. You know them. If you're in the Discord, you really know them. We have the Master Chef, JoaSIS is here.
Welcome to the No Josh Zone, just for this week.
Just for this week.
But this is the no Josh Zone.
Yeah. Well, you know, look, as long as you keep posting pictures in the Discord of the food that you're eating, especially because I have been on this doctor prescribed diet type thing for the last 2 weeks, and it sucks. It's fine. No, basically, I'm fat, and I need to not be fat. So,
Same.
Yeah. So, also joining us is Fox. Fox is here. Hello. Welcome. The exotic promiser.
Yeah.
No, you promised me an exotic and I didn't get it, so
Look, if there's a Sherpa E in the raid, somebody gets it, and you just so happen to be the Sherpa E, but
That's
I
fair.
couldn't guarantee it to you. But I think Nadiki got it in that run. I can't.
Fox, that sounded like a whole lot of excuses over there.
I mean, yeah.
It's fine. Excuses. It's okay. My excuses is I've been doing all this social media stuff on all these different new apps, these new exciting apps. Are you guys threading? Are you blue skying? Are you, I don't know, what else is out there?
Yeah.
Hive
not
was a
even-
thing for 5 minutes.
I'm kind of just going down with the ship over on Twitter.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, you know, I don't think Twitter's ever going to die, but I definitely feel like, I don't know. There's too many now. There's too many social media things, okay? At first it was just Friendster, and then it was just MySpace, and then it was just Facebook. And then, you know, Twitter came along. I was like, okay, well, there's two. One's for this and one's for that. Now there's like 12.
Yeah.
There's 12.
Because you always got to be innovating.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't always have to be innovating.
You always have to make things that people buy so that you keep money coming in.
No. Look, here's the thing, okay? Twitter was fine, and then it was purchased, and then it became not fine, and now everybody thinks they have to do something similar but just a little bit different. It's awful. Just stop. Everybody stop. I don't know. Make Elon get rid of it. I don't know what to do.
Maybe it'll be fine after this boxing match between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. Maybe it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, it's funny because there was that article that came out that said he's actually like suing. They're gonna try to sue.
Of course they are.
Meta for their threads because it's like essentially the same thing. But also somebody retweeted that and was like, settle it in the ring. Oh man. I wonder.
My understanding they're like super legit about it, like serious.
I know. Well, look, Zuck is like a jiu-jitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu master or something weird like that.
What the hell?
Yeah.
They should just kiss already. Like, come on. we all know what this is building to.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Look, just send them both to space, and everything will be fine.
One comes back.
Yeah, one comes back.
One comes back.
Whatever happens up there, we don't need to know.
What happens in space stays in space.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right.
That's a shirt right there. Tower Casuals. Whatever. What happens in space stays in space.
I know. I have so many shirts to make for Tower Casual. It's not even funny. The thing is like, I've been so busy, with like my real job, and second with like my other job, and like I just haven't gotten around to it. You know, Josh and I launched our other podcast this week, and there was like 1,000 other things to do. It's awful. It's awful. Here's the thing. Pro tip, everybody. Pro tip. If you want to do content creation, don't start a website. Okay? First step, don't start a website. Second step, if you're going to do a podcast, do one podcast, not 5 podcasts.
Or
Okay?
8.
Or 8. Okay? That's pro tip right there. So, anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, Meta, Twitter. Anyways,
Zuck and Elon making out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gross. Anyways, you guys doing all right? You guys have played a lot more Destiny than I have this season. I gotta tell you, this is like the least amount of Destiny I've played in like probably since Forsaken, I would say.
Which is crazy because like me too, and it's a really good season.
I know. I
But,
feel like
Diablo has just consumed me a little bit.
yeah, and I mean Zelda has been consuming my life along, with other stuff, and it's just like I want to play this season. I haven't even fished yet.
What?
Yeah, I haven't even
Man
done any of the
hasn't
fishing
even
stuff yet.
casted a rod.
You need a boys trip, brother.
I know.
You
It's,
need a fishing weekend.
I know.
Yeah.
It's
Get up at 5 in the morning. Get with the boys.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking to remedy that tomorrow because I actually don't have anything to do tomorrow night. I'm rolling in Destiny tomorrow. We're gonna try to do the new. I don't know if we're gonna try to do the new dungeon or not. We're gonna try to do something. We're gonna try to do some things tomorrow. So I'll have like 3 or 4 or 5 hours to play tomorrow night. So it'll be fine. It'll be good.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's your 3-month fix of Destiny, all packed into 5 hours.
EJ and Corey stepping into the gaming ring once again.
Right. Yeah, I'm here. Man, the thing is like I had all these goals for Destiny this summer, and then all these other video games just fucked everything up.
Yeah.
They're overstimulating us.
I gotta stop playing other video games. That's the problem.
Stop it.
I know. Ugh.
Don't.
All right. So the main thing we're going to talk about, we're actually going to talk about it first, is the secret mission. The secret mission was kind of found / released this week, and you guys have both done it, which is why I asked both of you on tonight. And it's part of the deep dive stuff. I don't know where you guys want to start. I kind of want to start on how you unlock the mission. But overall, how do you guys feel about the mission? First of all,
I loved it.
One word, one singular word:
Pain.
hard. Pain, hard.
yeah, like timed hard or like difficulty hard, or
Both.
I'm hearing people compare it to the Black Spindle mission from Destiny 1.
That's basically exactly what it's like.
So, basic rundown of the quest steps. You got to get the three exotic fish from each destination: the Throne World, Nessus, and the EDZ. And you take them. You deposit your fish. You get this thing called the Broken Blade. I think there's Strife, Attrition, and Violence are the 3 broken blades, which each have their lore implications and whatnot. And then after that, you go into a deep dive. You deposit the blades into these 3 statues. The first one is right before the first big room where you fight. The second one is in the room where you fight. And the third one is on the way to the second room. So super simple up to that point. You don't have to do the taken whatever bullshit. And then you go off to the side room and you kill a bunch of things, and then a boss knight pops up, and you have to kill these minotaurs to get its shields. It doesn't have shields, but if you just try damaging it without killing the minotaurs, you'll do 1 damage. Even with a critical, it is 1 damage. So you got to kill these minotaurs, and it opens up damage. That's the mechanic for both bosses. You kill the knight, and then you go into essentially hell. It's this big square room, kind of like a maze,
It's a
where you
labyrinth.
have to, yeah, it's a maze where you kind of have to go and kill more minotaurs, and you fight this ridiculously hard tormentor. He is honestly, I made the comparison. I was like, honestly, I'd rather just have Nezarek in here and 3-man Nezarek in this, and just give this boss to Root of Nightmares because he's so gosh darn hard.
I've
Um,
done it. This mission is tougher than all of Root of Nightmares.
and
I
as
spent
soon as you are able to like damage the knight, which is the first boss, there's 2 bosses. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. But as soon as you're able to fully damage the first knight, you have a 10-minute timer to kill both bosses. And that tormentor is a sponge. And a very big one at that. I think that kind of summarizes how it's obtained. The gun's fucking cool as hell, but it's
Yeah, it
definitely
looks cool.
a PVE weapon, 100%. It would. I mean, it's obviously going to destroy a crucible, but its perk is more geared toward PVE.
Yeah. What's the perk on it?
So it's called creeping attrition. Is the intrinsic trait. Rapidly landing precision hits causes targets to become slowed. And then the actual perk in the perk slots is precision final blows while creeping attrition is active. Create a stasis shard that returns to you. Collecting stasis shards refills the magazine.
Ooh.
And the catalyst is basically an overcharge. So the more stasis shards you collect, it'll overcharge your magazine and give you extended ammo, basically.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of sick, nasty how it's set up in all the perks and stuff, but it's kind of niche for being a scout rifle.
Yeah.
Very niche, yes, but it will make great stasis builds now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There's a lot you could do with the stasis shards. Stasis shards. They just they took away a lot of our abilities with those for a while,
Yeah.
but they start to come back.
Yeah.
Nice. So like how long do you have? Like how long do you have? Like I know you have to like I know like the first part isn't timed, and like when you're in the deep dive you veer off into a different direction, right?
Yeah.
And then you kind of just waltz into the mission, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you have your standard deep dive timer until you get sent to the boss, but it usually, if you don't do it, then I don't understand how you don't do it. But if you can't beat that timer, or if you can beat that timer, as soon as you collect the second or the second egregore, the door will open up and that timer will stop. But once you're able to damage the knight, up until that point, there's no timer, and you can kind of just wallow your way through it. Waltz your way, waltz your way through up to the knight. But as soon as you're like able to fully damage the knight, it becomes a 10-minute timer, and it is very, very tight unless you have a a group that is very specific with their builds. I ran it with 2 of my friends. They were both on well lock, and we had to double well. We absolutely had to. I was on tether and div, and they were running grenade builds with double slugs, and that's how we did it.
That's crazy.
It is a very tight timer. I think we finished with only a minute left. And it was
what's crazy about this thing too is if your team wipes, sent back to orbit.
Yeah.
Gross. Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
You don't even get to try again.
Runs out, sent back to orbit.
It
if
is
you
gross.
accidentally jump down past the second statue, like I did once, back to orbit.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough. In every aspect, it is rough. And deep dives were already pretty hard on their
Oh,
own ways. I mean,
well,
the
we're
ogres that
easily like 20 to 30 under in this.
oh
game.
yeah, it is. You're way
They
down. I
locked
think
us
it's
down.
I think it's 20
I'd
under.
say
I
it's
think
like
it's
20. Yeah.
the stat I saw or something like that. But it's poof.
Oh yeah.
That's
And what I find even cooler about this mission is like the lore implications.
Mhm.
Zivu Wrath respects the hell out of us.
oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This whole mission was because from what I got from this mission based on dialogue that you get at the end of it, she's doing this to like sharpen our blade in a way to just kind of make us better fighters so that when she inevitably has to fight us, we're better.
Oh,
Yeah. She's essentially, to make the comparison between someone more known for doing this and her, she's very much the taskmaster of the Destiny universe, where she's um, she's basically just testing us and watching us so she understands our strategies. That's what I'm understanding through her lore and the dialogue we've heard thus far.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I was reading something. I almost wonder if Zivu Arath and Savathun are going to square off in some sort of mega hive
I hope so.
god
Oh yeah.
battle.
Oh yeah.
But like,
Well,
I don't want to participate in it. I just want to watch.
Do
well,
you mean like
so
Ant-Man punching that Leviathan worm in the face in Endgame and shit?
Yeah.
Just like,
I believe it was a tweet made by one of the writers or developers, whatever you'd like to call them. But they said that Savathun's presence, yes, she's back. Well, coming back, but her presence isn't going to be even nearly as big as it was for Witch Queen. Um, she's kind of just going to be like basically Crow,
Yeah.
from my understanding of the tweet.
Yeah. I saw that going around where I don't know how much I really believe that though, to be honest with you.
I
I
mean,
wonder if they're trying to like hide something or like not spoil anything, because that she like Savathun seems like too much of a player to come in and like not have any sort of major role the rest of the time, right?
yeah,
Like
I'm thinking it's going to be similar to Season of the Lost, how they just had her frozen in the zone. I think because they said what Ikora and Eris are going to be in charge of like are going to be like Savathun's handler. I think it's going to be like when you go to visit an inmate in jail and like interrogate them and similar to that. I think like that's how it's going to be when we interact with her.
well, the
yeah.
way I see it is, yeah, they're going to be her handler, but nobody hates the witness as much as Savathun does.
Oh yeah,
Right.
And even her sister. I mean, Savathun despises Zivu Arath and the witness more so. So I think that, yes, we're setting a trap for Amaru. Yes, we're setting a trap for Savathun. I see the potential of us being like, hey, you're going to help us, and then we're going to kill you because we have no choice.
Yeah.
but
I see that
probably in
potentially
Destiny
happening. Yeah, in Destiny fashion, we're going to have to fight her again. Maybe, maybe not. But it's
I
definitely
think
going to have our
she's gonna
Avengers
get
moment.
away. Yeah, I think she's gonna help us, and then she's gonna like peace out last second to like get
Yeah.
away, and then we'll have to mop her up in another dungeon or raid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of, man, I really want these characters to like have an ending. I don't want one of these like, oh, okay, well, whatever Destiny 3 is, these characters are going to continue to be the bad guys, right? Like I'm ready for an ending, like
So I've been thinking on that lately, actually. So the lore there was their mother essentially. I can't not remember off the top of my head what her name was, but she is essentially the one who overthrew the Osmium court and essentially set the Krill on their demise path to become the Hive.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Savathun post Final Shape is going to be like, yes, I helped you guys, and it was useful for the universe, but I have my own story and my own threat that I have to deal with, so I'm going to go help do that. And I feel like that opens a path up for us to go help Savathun
Yeah.
in a possible future.
That would be cool. I just love her as a character, so I'd like to her to stay around, and if
Yeah.
she can turn good, I mean, technically, like, there's always a way.
I mean, there's that weird gray area she falls into right now, but
Yeah.
eh,
It's Savathun's an interesting character. Like I
yes.
feel like it's so weird how her like manipulative ways are coming through even though she doesn't remember who she is, right? Like her personality and her ability to do that is still very relevant. And maybe that's like for story purposes or whatever, but like Crow is not the same, right? You know, uh like Crow is totally different from Aldrin at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I guess we don't really know Aldrin before he was corrupted by the darkness, really, except for like small bits in Destiny 1 where he just kind of seemed like
Yeah,
a dick in a
yeah.
way.
I do think I think Crow is like Aldrin without like the obviously like spoiled bits and 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 trauma. Even though he has all that same stuff now because he got told all his past and everything. I think he can have like his own redemption inside of himself. And
Yeah.
that's what season of the Haunted was all about. So really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think we're pretty much wrapped up with Crow's story at this
Yeah.
point. And for the most part, Eris as well, which only leaves a couple loose threads. I mean, we've wrapped up Saint and Osiris, we've wrapped up Crow,
Kind of
Eris.
Zavala too.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate due to the circumstances of Lance, but
Hmm.
And
it,
probably
it
Ikora,
it's
right?
it is time for Zavala to his story to end. It's time for Ikora's story to end. I mean, yes, we don't know as much about Ikora as we do Zavala and Cade and all
Hmm.
these other characters, but there are stories that need to end. But the
Hmm.
Ziva Wrath story is just beginning. So, and it basically starts with Season of the Hunt, and just one season every expansion. We've Zivu Wrath here, Zivu Wrath there, and now we're in full swing of Zivu Wrath. And in the final shape, we're definitely going to see the I believe it's called the Black Shelf is what her throne world is called, and I think that's what we're finally going to see.
Yeah, I wonder how much. I wonder how much we're gonna see of all these different places now, right? Like the Black Shelf, the inside of the Traveler,
Mm-hmm.
maybe some sort of world that the Witness creates. Like I, it's so fascinating to think about all the places that we could possibly go. Uh, I mean, even the return to Io in some sense, at
Venus.
some point. Like I don't know. The final shape, like we know what's happening, but at the same time we don't know anything, and it's
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm I'm ready because like a lot, especially over the last couple weeks, like the lore drops and the story drops have been so impactful, which is like it's so dumb that they dropped it during a season and not at the end of like a major campaign. But
Yeah,
I, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. But like,
but it's showing that they are working on a different seasonal model to me, because
yeah,
right now they are it's them opening new routes and
Mhm.
telling a story over time.
Uh-huh.
And yeah. So
Yeah,
basically,
I guess the point too is like they're taking seasons more seriously than just like a, you know, a dumb little thing that you do in between expansions, right? Like I think that's cool, but I think I don't know. I'm not a master storyteller, so I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know what the fix is here, but I just think some of the story stuff they dropped this season are a little too important, especially the not the season finale, but the week before. Definitely you know, with the revealing of the witness and the predecessors and where the traveler came from. That's all kind of major
That's like stuff that
questions.
we've wondered since Destiny 1. Well, like it's like 10 years
Yeah.
worth of wonder
Well,
summed up in one cutscene.
yeah, I mean, if you've been following Destiny since like the very beginning, like that teaser in Halo 3 ODST, like what is this white ball? Where did it come from? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, and like also the tease, like the posters they or the images Bungie was releasing before they even announced the, you know, Destiny or revealed it or whatever, and it was like, man, have you guys gone back to watch that reveal trailer, by the way, or the reveal gameplay thing
Mm-hmm.
recently?
I
It's
haven't
so
I
nuts.
oh, yeah.
I often find myself going back and watching the live action trailers from way back in the
Oh
day.
yeah, dude, that Taken
Uh,
King one is
Dude,
awesome.
yeah, that's what turned me on to the game. I was like, whoa.
I did like not exactly on the topic of that, but I did go back and I watched that intro cutscene for the Parasite quest that came after you beat Witch Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point in the thing, Mara like turns around and like looks behind her, like she heard and like whispers happened, like what happens when like the witness is talking to Aramis or Callus in the cutscene. So it just made me wonder:
Yeah.
did she make a deal with the devil?
And she's awfully scared of the witness too,
Yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And Mara's not scared of anything. So I
Mara's a
wonder,
badass.
I almost wonder if Mara made some sort of deal because like there's that scene during the season of shoot, the one right before the Witch Queen came out.
Lost.
Yeah, season of the Lost, where she said she heard voices in the throne room, and we thought it was Savathun, but it wasn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
And her talking to the witness and everything. I don't know what the exact quote is, but I'm thinking like she was talking to the witness, and like I don't know. I think Mara's in trouble too. I think
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I
I
think
think
that's why she's so willing to help us. I
yeah,
think she did something in the past
yeah.
that
Well,
she isn't proud of.
yeah. Well, Mara only helps us when it benefits her, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
staying alive probably benefits her.
Oh yeah,
And
well,
Yeah.
and
probably her best
because
Yeah.
shot.
everything that she did in Season of the Lost, or Season of uh whatever the last season was,
Defiance.
Defiance.
Defiance, she did a lot for us in that season.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, I'm still holding out, and I think a lot of people are still wondering if Mara's evil or if like she has evil ties.
I could go either way on her,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I think this is I think she is I think she's kind of like I think she's just that character that like does whatever benefits her. She's not really a bad guy, but she's not really a good guy, right? Like
Yeah.
Anti-hero.
she's just so
Yeah.
um
An anti-hero.
She's doing what's best for her.
yeah,
And yeah.
yes, 100%. So, any any final thoughts on the secret mission? I mean, it sounds like it's pretty up there for
It's
hardcore players for
I'd
sure.
I'd put it up there with a not a day one raid. That's too hard, but up there with a dungeon as far as difficulty, or even just a standard raid. It's hard, but it's not like, oh, I can't do it hard. It's basically just the timer and the restrictions, like getting booted to orbit and the having to do the starting of the deep dive, basically. But the biggest killer is the timer, and the boss being a damn sponge. That hurts the biggest.
It felt very like I felt the same anxiety as the seconds were ticking down, in that as I felt at the end of like 0 hour when you had to kill all the enemies and the boss in there, and like you have 4 seconds left and you're still shooting at the boss.
Yeah.
It felt a lot like that, and like I missed that, and that makes me even more excited for next season when we're getting the exotic mission rotator thing, and we can do presage again. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That shit.
Yeah. I'm excited to try do some of those exotic missions again. Plus, I wonder if they're going to change them up any, just to kind of change them up and make them feel different or fresh. Maybe add some like a hard mode to any of them or whatever. I think that'd be cool. I think they already said they were adding hard modes to some of them, right?
Presage has a master mode. That's what the Catalyst came
right
from.
You're right.
Hawkmoon and Vox Obscura also has a master mode too. So
I believe the only one of them that didn't, because 0 Hour did have a master, or not a master, but it was like a hard mode.
Yeah,
there was something you could.
I think that was when it was still a prestige mode or whatever. But the only one that didn't legitimately have one was the Whisper mission. That was the only one that didn't.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm kind of scared to do that on master, because that was fucking hard.
Especially that last room where like all the
because you get in there and there's only like 3 fucking minutes left, and you got to kill like 80 fucking bosses in there. And it's like, good luck.
Right. Oh, it was awful. We did it. I think we finished it with like 6 seconds left.
Oh my god! Could you imagine these missions with fucking champions? Holy shit!
Oh my gosh! Don't. Nope.
Anyway, moving on.
Don't give him any ideas, Fox. Don't you fucking do it.
Moving on, we're gonna move on to the TWID.
No.
The TWID.
No.
Yeah. So there's, a lot of Bungie Day stuff in here. A lot of mid-season kind of weapon changes, and it's happening, guys. Mid-season weapon tuning is coming up. So. Let's get those 7s ready. It's Bungie Day. Tomorrow's Bungie Day because, we love our 7s here. We're excited to celebrate the Bungie Foundation for this year's Giving Festival, fishing shenanigans, and some solid loot to snag before the week is out. First up, let's look at what the Bungie Foundation has going on. New prizes, in-game items, limited edition marathon t-shirts. I would like a marathon t-shirt. I really just want a black t-shirt with like the neon yellow logo on it. Mm-hmm. That's really what I want. And even PlayStation game codes for titles like The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, and more. Gross. It's not gross, but it's like Xbox players. What if you're an Xbox player? You don't get any cool games.
Get a PlayStation.
Yeah, I have one. I haven't turned it on in like, I don't know, like 6 months.
Sounds like a skill issue.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm just gonna be alone. Don't miss out on the 7 days of prizes too, which includes dope finds like plushies and even a Varric statue. Oh, I already bought a Varric statue.
Unfortunate.
But now you can buy another one, Corey.
Yeah.
True. Man, those statues are getting expensive, man.
Yeah.
A variety of emblems for those Guardians chipping in for a good cause. The community emblem. Create an emblem you'd like to see in Destiny 2 for a shot of winning our hashtag emblematic competition for a shot at that dream becoming a reality. You can also directly donate to the campaign if you feel like. There's a link to the Bungie Foundation in the TWID this week, so you can do that. As part of our Bungie Day celebration, we've got a series of community fishing derbies for players to compete in. For those who want to really dive deep into the season's fun. To compete, Guardians will need to catch as many fish as possible within a given time frame. There will be 5 fishing derbies, which will be 1 hour each, spreading out throughout the day to help you find a good time to participate. There's times listed in the TWID as well. I'll let you guys look at that. There's Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo derbies going on. So that's fun. The top 3 scorers from each of the 5 derbies will be highlighted in next week's TWID, as well as receive special Bungie Foundation digital prize pack that contains the following: Heartful Shell Exotic Ghost, Blue Blood Cells, which this year's Bungie Day Giving Festival emblem, Helium Hearts gives you the give your bestie something to lift their spirits, and Bungie Day emblem bundle, every Bungie Day emblem released over the past 5 years. So that's what you'll be getting if you are doing your derbies. So that's fun. If one person wins multiple derbies, we will award the next highest score with the lucky perk that went live at reset this week. You'll have a chance to catch double the number of exotic fish while scoping out your favorite hotspots for some chill time. Ready to tally up? Here's what you need to know on the scoring. Junk is worth 0 points, uncommon 1, rare 2 points, legendary 5 points, and exotics are 20 points. So catch those exotics. And did we mention the increase of reputation gains across the board for rituals until July 11th? Because that's pretty sweet too. So fishing contests. Are you guys going to be fishing for emblems?
I think I've done enough fishing for a lifetime now.
That's not true.
Getting those 3 fish. Nah, I'll be in there with Phil.
Do it.
Fishing it up a storm.
I need. There's only one that I need, one exotic, and it's the Caprian one, which was the first
original one.
Yeah, it's the only one I don't freaking have.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Get good, Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a skill issue.
Yeah.
The Bungie store has wares if you want. If you have engrams, the Bungie store will be kicking off its big Bungie Day sale on July 7th. This is a bunch of Bungie store stuff, so we're going to skip that. Sale in the Bungie store, everybody. All right, so Sloan dropping those knowledge bombs in perfect cutscene form, it says. Not that I'm a fan of dramatics per se, but last week's cutscene broke me in the best way, and judging by your reactions, I'm far from alone. Sloan is a total badass, and when what's next is going to be one heck of a wild ride for anyone who wants to revisit the intense moments of Sloan, Savala, and Asa, or anyone who may have missed entirely and doesn't mind spoilers. Check out the cutscene. What did you guys think of that cutscene from last week?
Man. Yeah. The scene where Xivu Wrath is like trying to fully take Sloan, I guess, was just crazy.
Yeah.
Like like if that's what being taken is like, that's crazy. Like the evil that is involved in that was insane. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed both of these back to back week bombs of cutscenes, and we're getting Savathun back, so that's a good time too.
Nice. Yeah, I thought I almost thought that was going to be Zavala's end at some point. Like
and then her putting the sword hilt up her throat, crazy.
Yeah, but that'd be kind of fuck you if they did it like that. That wouldn't be very casual.
You have to fight Sloan in there.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll end up being taken. Like, I wonder if she'll end up trying again, and we'll have to fight
Probably.
maybe like some taken guardians at some point.
As long as it's not like the stupid ending to Rise of Iron where you got to fight those Siva guardians, then I don't give a shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'll fight her.
Oh yeah, man, Rise of Iron Man. I really enjoyed that expansion. I know it wasn't amazing, but
Story
really liked it.
was short, sweet, and good.
yeah.
Yep.
Also, the best weapon Destiny has ever made in Outbreak. So,
Yeah,
in my opinion, I love that weapon.
You mean you're not a casual No Land Beyond enjoyer, Corey? Come on.
No, dude, I can't snipe for shit. So no, anything that's like, dude, I can barely use a scout rifle. So anything longer than a scout rifle range, I'm toast.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
except for Galahorn because it has tracking.
There you go.
But all right. So balancing weapons, everybody. How do we balance weapons? There's a whole chart here about balancing weapons. There's going to be some mid-season weapon changes. It doesn't look like they're happening yet, but we're going to go over how they balance weapons. Very cool. There's a chart here with a bunch of numbers on it. Fox and I agreed when we both got on here that numbers scare us, and we're not going to kind of go over this chart because it sounds like a terrible time. This chart looks like a Josh chart. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not an arithmetic podcast.
Yeah.
No.
We talked about this before, but we thought this would be a good opportunity to dive a little deeper into the metrics we use when we balance the weapon sandbox. As mentioned previously, we use a mix of personal experience, playtest feedback, community feedback, sentiment, and usage and effectiveness when we decide how we should handle a weapon that is over or underperforming. The first handle of those are self-explanatory, but we have never really gone in depth of how we define a weapon's performance in the Crucible. As far as the data goes, we have 5 main things we are looking at that answer specific questions. Usage. What percentage of total time in Crucible games do players have a weapon equipped? Obvious. Kills. What percentage of all weapons in Crucible come from this weapon? Win rate. Do players with this weapon equipped have a higher win rate? Kills per minute. How many kills do players have when this weapon is equipped per minute in game time compared to other options? And kills over expected. Given the above data, the filtering for things like player skill, game mode, subclass, armor type, date, range, controller input method, weapon slot, etc. Is a specific weapon or type of weapon get more or fewer kills than would be expected? So there's a little fun weapon balancing for you out there if you are interested in that. There's also a chart, like we said, that goes along with this. You can check that out at your own leisure. I'm sure in the next week or two, there's going to be some sort of massive drop. And Josh will likely go over all the numbers with you. Well, I sit there and like go back to these, haunting memories of middle school math class where I just felt like an idiot the whole time.
Yeah. Essentially, this chart is just a bunch of dots showing that Graviton Lance is clearly the best weapon in the game right now. So,
yeah. Don't forget Sweet Business all the way at the top of this chart.
Yeah.
So. Dealer, come in here and look at all this PvP info. You'll be frothing at the mouth in no time, buddy.
Yeah, that sounds like the right thing to do. Iron Banana, long live salad fingers. You know the drill. Another week, another Iron Banner. Man, Iron Banner's back already again.
3 times a season.
I know, but I feel like it just happened.
Yeah, it feels like there's like. Is this 2 or 3?
I think this is the second this season. Because
this is 3.
Oh, final shot, yeah.
Oh.
How has it been 3? I feel like there's.
They must have wanted to get they must have wanted to get them in before Guardian games.
Oh yeah, true.
Well, the end of last season. The end of last season, I believe, it was the last week of the season was Iron Banner. Then reset happened and the new season started. That week was not Iron Banner, and then the following week was Iron Banner. So we had 2 Iron Banners in like less than 3 weeks. So
Right. Yeah. All right. So Iron Banner's back. There's fish, exotic fish pins in the store if you've done your fishing. There's also voting for the Wither Horde ornament. To Wither Horde or not to Wither Horde, either way, it's gonna look awesome. Earlier this year, we rolled out the results of the next weapon to get a community voted ornament. The whopping 45% of the vote, Wither Horde took out both Izanagi's Burden and Thunderlord. The next step will be voting, and then there's links to vote and all that kind of stuff. We'll go live on Bungie Day 7/7 at 1 p.m. Pacific, so 4 p.m. Eastern, and you can vote. They're kind of interesting. Some of these, I kind of like the. I don't know which one I like.
They are definitely Witherhorde skins.
Yes, they are.
They are indeed skins for the weapon Witherhorde.
Yeah,
there's a pretty big thread going in the Discord right now, basically just bashing all 3 of these skins because I agree they're all equally terrible, but
yeah,
I know that's what we get for using overpowered weapons.
I know people Underlord, but I really wanted the best exotic in the game is Izanagi's Burden to get another dope ornament that I spend $10 on.
Yeah. Well, they can't give a cool weapon like Outbreak Perfected another ornament. So I hate the ornaments for that weapon. I think they all kind of suck.
The new one's good. The like fallen one. That one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay. I just, man, look, I need some good Titan armor before I start talking about ornaments. You gotta, I don't know. I'm really salty about Titan armor recently. Well, and by recently I mean like for a decade. So
yeah.
Anyways, let's answer some questions, shall we? Because that's the end of the TWAB. Thank God.
The witness wants me, fish fear me.
Does he? Remember, if you want your questions answered, join the Discord. There's links all over the place somewhere, probably in the podcast feed. I hope that link still works. I changed it a couple weeks ago, so it might work. It might not. If it doesn't, well, my DMs are open on Twitter, I guess. Our first question of the night. This is for Fox and JoaSIS. This is from Ronnie. Who's your favorite out of Aaron and myself, and why is it unanimously me?
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Wow. Follow-up question from Aaron. He says, follow-up question for Fox. How can you pick Ronnie over me when he can't walk off the edges and run like I can?
Oh my God. So there's such a funny story behind this. So we were running a route the other day. This was the funniest shit. I was laughing for like 20 minutes straight. It was so funny. So after first encounter, we're on our way to the second, and there's the launch pad, the second launch pad that takes you back across. And Aaron, he's walking. He's like, all right, let's go. And then he just keeps walking and right off the edge. He didn't even process it to stop walking. He just kept walking and shot the thing and just right down the edge. Dude, I saw it perfectly. It was funny as shit, and I didn't get to record it, or else it would be in this fucking Discord right now. I was rolling forever over the stupidest shit ever. And oh my God. Just do raids with us, because it's always going to be funny.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. All right. Our next question. Where is my mouse? Our next question. Jiggly Panda writes in, what is your go-to drink when playing Destiny? Water, soda, etc.?
I've got a quick answer for this. Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Ooh, Baja Blast.
Baja Blast.
I was gonna make a joke about Mountain Dew, but clearly people are drinking Mountain Dew again. So
Yeah.
Baja Blast is heat.
Baja Blast is heat.
I can't believe they sell it in stores now.
Only in the summertime. It's like only in the summertime will you find it in stores. But my go-to, blackberry lemonade.
Ooh,
Good stuff.
nice.
Florida Natural blackberry lemonade.
Mine's usually some sort of energy drink, like a sugar-free white Monster and some water. Usually,
Yeah.
That's usually it.
Corey, I believe you missed a question, brother.
No, I didn't.
You did.
Now we know who.
Hold on.
Corey's favorite is.
Aaron had a two-parter.
No, that's true. He did. Whoops. All right, I had it highlighted with my mouse too, which is the sad part.
Corey hates Aaron. Confirmed.
I don't hate Aaron.
There is beef.
He's a nice young man. What is your what is your current favorite raid and dungeon encounter? Part 2. What is your favorite vaulted encounter? Man, favorite raid and dungeon encounter. I actually really like the last encounter in Prophecy. I think I really like the last encounter in Prophecy. Although Prophecy as the whole dungeon is just incredible. I love that dungeon so much.
Oh yeah.
In terms of raid, I really like the Oryx fight in King's Fall.
Do you like the D1 version or the D2 version better?
Man, here's the thing. I don't even really remember the D1 version anymore. Like running King's Fall so many times when it came out last year, like I just totally wiped any remembrance of D1. Although it's not incredibly different. So I think you just have to pay attention more to like where the things are, and it doesn't really. Does it pick you at random? It does pick you at random.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I really love Kings. I love that whole raid. That raid is just nothing has beaten it since then. Sorry everybody out there who's like, oh, I really like Vault Glass. No, King's Fall. Shut your faces. You're all wrong. Hope Skullass kills you in the final shape.
Well, favorite raid and dungeon encounter that's still in the game. I don't know. There's a lot. As far as dungeons go, God, there's so many dungeons out now. It's not even funny. I'd have to say for dungeon, probably as much as I hate to say it, the last encounter of Ghosts of the Deep is super fucking cool. A mechanic we haven't seen yet. So I like that. Favorite current raid encounter?
Yeah.
Man, there's more raids than dungeons out. I like all of Root. It's a blast. But my favorite current raid encounter, I'd have to go with Rolk.
My guy.
Yeah, the Rolk encounter is pretty
guy
cool.
right there.
The Rolk encounter is pretty cool. I don't know, man. There's just something so epic about Oryx climbing up the side of the Dreadnought, though, and how just huge he is. Makes it feel so just, I don't know. It just makes it feel so monumental and so large that it's hard. It's hard when you're like fighting a raid boss that you're essentially almost the same size as, right, or something. Like it just doesn't register with me that it's like, oh, Rolk is scary, but he's only like twice the size of me. He's not as big as a planet. So
yeah.
But
the scary thing about Rolk though is he shows us in his final stand that he could have fucked us up the entire time.
Yeah.
but he chose not to.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, yeah, I would also have to go with Rolk. I think Rolk is like one of the best boss fights we've ever gotten, if not the best one. I love, well, I used to like farm Master Rolk just because I loved it so much. Like I love Rolk, and
Yeah.
then I really love the night boss in Ghosts of the Deep. I love the whole underwater boss is chasing you, and then you go go up top and you square off with a Titan. It's fun as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite vaulted encounters?
That one's even harder. Jesus. Oh
This is
man.
okay. So this is gonna upset a lot of people, I think. But we're gonna go to the Leviathan. Okay.
Oh god.
I really like the Gauntlet encounter.
Fair enough.
Gauntlet's cool.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I really like that
Gauntlet's cool.
encounter.
If I could pick an entire vaulted raid, Crown of Sorrow, because that raid was just a fucking masterpiece. But probably Galron, the final boss of Crown of Sorrow, for sure. That was
Galron
cool
was
as
sick.
shit, dude.
Yeah, so much like team coordination involved in that whole raid. It was crazy.
Yeah, compared to Root of Nightmares, where you have one person doing everything.
Yeah, it's literally been solo flawless with no exploits. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm a big fan of Scourge of the Past. I love that raid.
That raid was cool.
Basic that was that's the most fun like casual raid to me. Like I guess now casual raid would be like Deepstone Crypt or like Ron kind of. But I loved Scourge, and that final boss fight will always be so much fun to me.
Yeah, Scourge is kind of one of those raids where it was like
map reading. Oh, I love being map reader.
Yeah, that was one of those raids where it was like you do it once and it might take like an hour and a half to learn the whole raid, and then every sequential run after you're like
35-minute clears.
sub 40 minutes. Yeah, it was easy.
Clears.
And fucking Anarchy for the fucking Sparrow, just the loot overall was great from that entire thing. So yeah, I agree.
That's funny.
Oh, yeah.
Our next question comes from Zao Ambrosia. He says, "Let me ask a real serious question here to each of you. How are you all doing? I'm hoping good. Just wanted to check in on you." He also has a second question, but we'll answer that in a second. I'm doing all right. I'm in a lot of pain, but other than that, I'm all right. I'm tired also. So, you have two kids and you can't fall asleep because you're in pain and you don't sleep a lot. It gets to you. But I think I'm all right. How about you guys? Are you guys all right? You guys doing all right? You guys look all right.
Been better.
Good.
Yeah. But have you been worse?
The way to great.
I've been way worse, but I've definitely been way fucking better.
That's fair. That's really just the story of life,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Second question is, what new music have you guys been listening to lately? Well, this is a question for you guys. I don't know.
It's not newer, but I went back. I've been listening like for the last like 5 days. This album on repeat. Yes, Lord by Anderson .Paak and Knowledge, masterpiece of an album. So good.
I don't know. I really like the Across the Spider-Verse album. Like just all of it is masterpiece. But that's the new music I've been listening to. I guess new, but I don't frequent that as much as I do good old Machine Gun Kelly. He's got a new song out. It's pretty good. So
Mm.
the Grand Return 2 rap.
He grew up 20 minutes from me.
Damn. Oh no, as I get older, I find myself listening to more podcasts than anything else.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm more of a podcast person. So music makes me anxious sometimes. Like it just like I don't know. It just kind of I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
It depends the mood I'm in. Like if I want to get something done, I'll listen to music. But if I'm like really chilling, I'll just throw on some Bert Kreischer and just call it a day.
Yeah. I'm a fan of. You listen to what the two bears?
Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah. I listen to that sometimes. I also listen to Pete Holmes. I don't know if you know who he is, but he has a pretty funny podcast. Also, Michael Rosenbaum's podcast, Inside of You, is pretty good.
I believe
I listen to a bunch of gaming ones, but
I believe I don't know. I haven't really frequented it as much as I used to, but anything Neil deGrasse Tyson, just like space is fucking cool. So
yeah,
anything he says, I just preach like I'm in a church. So
yeah. He's one of those people that like knows he's smart and it's kind of annoying, but also everything he says is like super fascinating. So
yeah,
you kind of just like I'll give you that one, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then in the podcast realm, Tiny Meat Gang podcast is super funny.
All right, I've heard. Might have to check it out.
Super funny.
What else have I been listening to? I'm not sure. I'm scrolling through my podcast just to see what I've been listening to, really.
There's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast we've been listening to called Dungeons and Daddies.
There you go.
Yeah,
it's
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to like the Xbox 2 podcast. I listen to the Nextlander podcast, which is like X Giant Bomb guys. So I listen to stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't listen to any Destiny podcasts though, which is weird. It's funny because as I've like started podcasting about stuff, I don't listen to the stuff that I podcast about because I feel like, especially with like the console based podcasts that I do, I don't really want any outside influence on how I feel about things. So I just like stay away from it for the most part. And like I'll read news and stuff, but like sometimes podcasts, I don't know, man. Sometimes some of the podcasts I feel like are kind of like fake and like really like rah rah to the brands, and I'm like, man, I want something that's like real, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, our next questions come from Ronnie. He says, serious Destiny question. What's been your favorite part of the season? For me, actually playing the season, because I haven't gotten to do a lot of that. Although I played the story, the entire story. So for me, it's the story. I played the entire campaign story thing. So I need to fish. I need to fish, guys. I need more fish.
Corey needs to cast his rod.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cast it real good.
Anything pertaining to Zivu Wrath because she's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, whenever she screams in my ear, I love it.
It's terrifying, dude. It's so scary. The first time I heard her, like I had my headphones on real loud because like I didn't really feel like listening, because like sometimes when I really need new headphones, headset is what I need, but they're too expensive and I don't really care that much. But like when my wife watches TV in the other room, like I can hear it sometimes, and so I had it up really loud. And the first time Zero Wrath yells at you, I had it up at like full blast, and it like scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my god, the fuck.
I am war.
Yeah.
In the final like story mission for the season, like no joke, she legitimately, like when you kill the wizards that are there that like you're supposed to kill, she like moans in your ear.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I feel like we're bringing her to orgasm. Like I'm not
yeah.
even joking. Like it's
maybe
crazy.
we are.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
war and murder are kind of her thing, so I
Yeah, exactly.
wouldn't be too doubtful of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, uh,
But yeah.
and then Ronnie's other serious life question: what's your go-to fast food spot?
Mm.
Oh my gosh!
I
Oh
gotta
my
pull
gosh!
it. Fucking
Man,
restaurants near me real quick.
it's got to be Taco Bell or Wendy's for me. I love.
Those are probably my two favorites too. I've been getting a lot of McDonald's recently just because it's like closer to my house and I'm lazy.
Hmm.
But I prefer Wendy's, and then I always am down for some Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
Man, Taco Bell, man. I haven't had Taco Bell or Wendy's in so long. I love Taco Bell's quesadillas.
You don't need it.
I know.
Don't worry.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You don't need it. It's shit food. It makes us feel bad about ourselves.
I know.
You're better off. Don't don't worry.
Here's the thing. So I'm so committed to this that I downloaded this calorie counter tracker thing, and it it gamifies the whole thing, and so like it incentivizes you to do better. And I'm like, man,
It's like, well, if I get a high score, I get this badge on my name.
yeah,
in this
kind
app.
of. And then it like bugs you if you don't like, I have it a reminder set, like if you don't like do the things it asks you to do, it like sends you reminders over and over and over and over again until you do it.
Yeah.
So
Really committed.
Annoys you into that thing. Yeah. But yeah, no,
yeah.
definitely Wendy's.
Mhm.
And Taco Bell.
Probably Taco Bell, but I don't know. My life has kind of changed since I had that fucking Grimace milkshake.
Oh no. But you're not
Yeah.
dead.
Not yet. Not yet.
We didn't get a Fox snippet of
Yeah.
you trying.
Just
Yeah,
fucking
they're like,
corpse.
hey guys, I'm gonna try out this Grimace milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, just dead.
Yeah. Where's that at? I mean,
Okay. Have you guys had it yet? Have you guys
No.
tried the Grimace milkshake?
I have not.
So some people say it's blueberry. Some people say it's birthday cake. To me, it's fucking blueberry birthday cake. And whatever it is, I want another one because it's fucking delicious.
Interesting. What's the underrated? Let me tell you, the underrated fast food, Arby's. Let me tell you.
Funny enough, I just had Arby's. Yes.
Now see,
I enjoy. So first of all, I'm really mad that the potato pancakes don't exist anymore.
yep.
But
That's why I don't go there anymore.
but their mozzarella sticks are amazing.
Aren't bad. I've had less bad experiences with their mozzarella sticks than say like Burger King's.
So I really like Sonic is good here in town. It's always a good one. But the one place everyone freaking sleeps on is Rallies and Checkers. Fucking best fries, best chicken, best hell. I even like their chicken sandwich. That thing is fucking delicious. I used to really snack on Long John Silver's a lot, but I realized I was the only one supporting them. So
yeah, you were only the day Fox started to stop going, the KFCs started losing it.
yeah,
They were slowly melting away from the KFCs.
KFC's good too, but it kind of fell off lately.
Man, now all I want is like a combination of all this food.
You know where is delicious? Shake Shack.
I don't have a Shake Shack.
Yeah, we don't have that.
Shake Shack, I don't have one either now, and I'm mad about it.
Guess it
I think
wasn't
we
that
should-
good.
Shake Shack is delicious.
If they took it away, I guess it's not that good.
Tower Casual's field trip to Shake Shack.
So
Oh, you know what else? Regional thing. Sheets.
Sheets.
Oh boy,
Go
Sheets.
Shar too.
Yeah.
Sheets and Wawa.
Sheets is better than Wawa.
Quick check.
Corey, I think since you nerd and I are so close in regional, we should get together and just do a mukbang of
Tier
fast
list.
food.
Yeah.
A mukbang tier list.
Yeah. We should just review fast food for the channel. Which reminds me, I have like 2 video episodes I haven't uploaded yet. Whoops, sorry everybody who watches on video.
Ooh,
That's fine. They'll get over it. Download the show. It's better.
Yeah.
I just, man, I hate like, so I edit the audio like the night before, like the night we record. I just stay up and edit, and then I'll post it right away, and then I'll download the video after. And like, man, I just don't want to stay up and wait for that video to process. And then I work the next day, and then I come home and I don't want to do anything because I've been doing this stuff all week, and I just kind of forget about it. I'm sorry, everybody who listens on video.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Also, the other day I uploaded a video where it was only like 15 minutes of Josh again, and then it was just me the rest of it. So, whoops. I'm not fixing it, so you'll figure it out. I think it was episode 150 that happened. So, milestone episode. I'm not fixing. It's fine. Just me.
That is the podcast. No, it's not anything else.
Yeah. Sammy Gobo writes in and says, a question I've asked myself a lot recently. Do you guys think the game is getting a little too hard? Like, is it requiring too much effort or skill now? I actually think, aside from this secret mission, which sounds like really difficult, but in a good way, like, I actually feel like Destiny's getting easier. Also, I don't do a lot of like the hardcore like PvP modes or anything, but like the dungeons are challenging but not too difficult. The raids, I think the raids have gotten easier, to be honest with you.
So this can kind of go either way, honestly.
Yeah.
So yes, there are your easier aspects of the game, like your seasonal content, like not necessarily deep dives, because those can be hard and challenging for a lot of people, especially myself included. I mean, shit, I struggle with those final encounters in those. But yes, those are tailored toward the casuals, the non-hardcores, whatever you'd like to call them. Whereas this mission within a deep dive is ridiculously hard, even for the people that are innovating on builds and all of this other stuff. Like the people I did it with, they are like super hardcore, rating every day, always coming up with new builds. Like hell, one of them's doing a freaking duo Ron right now for some ungodly fucking reason. Yeah, so I did it with them, and we even struggled our first few attempts, and then we finally got our shit together and did it. But yeah, that question can go either way. I mean, there's harder aspects and there's the easier aspects as well.
Yeah, I think before Lightfall there was like easy content, and then there was like hard content, and then now I think they're kind of making it more of like a spectrum, and it's less of like a flight of stairs, more like a ramp. It's like it scales up. And I think like it was confusing because it felt like they made good like mechanic innovation in like Vow of the Disciple and Duality, and then we got kind of easy again around Spire of the Watcher and Ron, and then Ghosts of the Deep is just designed very well, so it's difficult.
Yeah.
Just off the rip. And I'm somebody who likes to solo dungeons, and that dungeon has got I'm not excited for it because the bosses have like 8 million health apiece.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of health.
Yeah.
When in other dungeons they only have like 4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, guys. That's all the questions.
Woo.
We did it. No lore corner tonight because I didn't have time to find something interesting or cool. And yeah,
The new gun doesn't have. It's like it doesn't even have the scrolly thing on there. So
yeah,
and I don't even think it's like super lore implicative either.
yeah.
Like
No, it's just
it's Zebu like I'm fucking war. Ugh.
Right.
that is basically like Zebu is like, yo, like I'm trying to like get you better, so I have a challenge when we have to fight.
Right. What do you guys? I mean, what do you guys think next season is gonna be about? I mean, Josh and I have talked about it a couple times, but before we get out of here, I just want to know where you guys are, where you're leaning in terms of what next season is going to be.
So I saw a big pace bin leak, and I'm not gonna say anything about it because no leaks, and I don't feel like putting something out there that could potentially be wrong. But the name I'm pretty sure is accurate. I don't know if I should say it or not, but I think it's gonna be interesting to say the least.
I mean, just based off of what's in game, we're definitely uh, gonna deal with Amaru and Savathun.
Mm-hmm.
Because they teed it up, they hooked us, you might say, for next
So
season.
what I can say on this is I think based on previous expansions, seasonal storylines, all of that, I think we'll skip a season or two about the Hive and the Taken and Savathun, Zebu, and Maru and all of them, and I think we're gonna take a different turn next season, um, maybe pertaining to the raid, mayhaps not pertaining to the raid, um, and we'll see how the story of the season revolves around the reprisal of the raid and how it fits into the current storyline. I mean, hell, we may even see a new or returning character.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be interesting.
I also think we're definitely not done with the Vex because I don't know if y'all have been listening to those messages at the Veil containment every week or not, but we're not done with the Vex. I think we're gonna have a Vex season before the end of the year is out.
Yeah, my thought is that like I actually think the whatever is next after the final shape is going to revolve heavily around the Vex.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
Just because that's like the only race we haven't like really dealt with.
oh
well, yeah. Well, all will be revealed at the final shape reveal.
Yeah. Cade's
It's
actually
gonna-
the bad guy the whole time.
which we
I'd
know
cry.
what the final shape is now. So
Yeah.
big news,
Big
Big
news. That's the
big
final
news.
shape.
big
Big
sale on buckets at Home Depot.
Yeah.
On that note, we're getting out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching or listening to this episode of Tower Casuals. You can find us on social media at Tower Casuals. We're on Threads now. Not that we'll be using it, but we're there if you want to. I don't know. Whatever. JoaSIS, Fox, thank you for your time tonight. Anything you guys want to plug before we leave?
Join the Discord. That's
Join the Discord.
Join
the main place you'll find us.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this on Friday, I should have the voting for the ugly fashion contest up.
Yeah, I sent
all you ugly motherfuckers.
I sent mine to something.
I saw it. I saw it. So we're doing the contest for the Discord, and then I asked the our Vanguard Corey the Titan, Josh the Hunter, and Nerd the Warlock to send me an ugly fits, and y'all are gonna vote in a separate poll on who's the ugliest of
Well, see,
our
I don't know.
Vanguard.
Josh's is pretty ugly.
Josh's is almost so ugly that it looks amazing.
I know.
And I didn't
well,
think that was
But
possible.
also Nerds is like Nerds is pretty put together. His looks like
Nerds it is not bad.
no Nerds isn't
Like I
ugly at
got
all.
yeah. Like Nerds is just like yeah, but all will be revealed.
so I was gonna put in something, but I've been really pushing for my drip these last couple contests, and I just didn't have it in me to potentially win this and have the title Abomination when I know I'm capable of having some of the best drip in the Discord. So I decided not to do it.
The Abomination though.
I didn't want to do it.
We'll see who the Abomination's gonna be.
Oof.
Yeah. But join the Discord. I know lately we've been having a lot of coordination within the planners, be it the fire team leader or the battle master or whatever they're called over there, Mark and Saint, those two crazies, whatever they're doing. They've been planning some huge PvP stuff. We've been kind of throwing up some mismatch events as far as PvE, which there's a really big one coming up very soon. It is the first ever Tower Casuals Raidathon. I don't think there's a whole lot of people signed up right now. Let me pull it up and check. Yeah, it's just 3 of us signed up right now. But it's all of the raids back to back. I'll be hosting it. Feel free to hop in. There's just a couple requirements, being that it is all of the raids. You kind of need to know all the raids. So
That's not true.
Really
you don't need to know
one.
any of them. Try anyway.
Yeah, try anyway.
Yeah.
Damn what I just said.
He'll get you all the
I'll get you all of the exotics.
Every exotic, any exotic you want, Fox will I'll get it for you.
Yeah, but big Raidathon. Check it out. Read it through that description real quick. But yeah, huge props to those folks over in the coordination team. Those guys are killing it right now with constant events, as well as you, Joe, and Nerd with the contest. To plug myself, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at T7Fox, in game and Discord, obviously. Yeah, that's all I've got to plug myself with. Go me.
What about you, Joyce? Is anything?
I'm on all of the socials and such. JoaSIS, you'll find me. I make music sometimes. JoaSIS on Spotify and Apple. If you like rap music and you like me, go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm gonna be soon enough. I'm gonna be setting up some Mario Kart nights and some Super Smash Bros nights and maybe even some tournaments. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Some Nintendo action, but yeah.
Nice. Mario Kart, man. Mario Kart's Wave 5 comes out next week. I'm pretty excited.
I was told that would be the way to get you in there, Corey.
Yeah. Mario Kart, man. I love Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
I love Mario Kart. You can find me at I am Corey HD on all social medias. I don't even know how to plug social media anymore because there's 8,000 of them now. But that wherever I am, that's where you'll find me. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm getting out of here. I want to thank everybody for watching and or listening. And until next time, we love you. Goodbye.
Bye.